What's good, YouTube? Today we about to talk about how your boy almost got stabbed up in Hollywood a couple years ago. Man, let's go ahead and get into it. So this happened a couple of years ago. So I was on a train from downtown LA going up to Hollywood and Highland. And when I got on the train, I noticed this guy, he kind of looked like a little off to me. So I'm just sitting in the back, and I noticed he's getting into some type of argument, like somebody said something to him. So he gets up and he goes over to this guy and he just hits him. He just hits him right in his face. The guy really doesn't do anything, but I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? So now I'm on high alert. I'm looking at this dude, and now he's looking at me. So I'm like, yo, if he comes over here, I might have to really defend myself. So long story short, we get over to Hollywood and Highland. So I get off the train and, I'm looking back at dude. I go up the escalator to, go out onto the platform, go onto the boulevard. And I notice he's following me, bro. So what I did was I didn't want to jump to conclusions. So I went to the edge of the street and I just stood there and I looked back. And when I looked back, he was just standing there. He was just standing there grilling me. So I was like, all right, let me see if he's really following me. So I go to the LA Fitness that's in Hollywood. I start walking towards there. Once I get to the LA Fitness, I see an area where you can sit down. So I just figured, all right, I'm about to sit down and I'm going to just wait for the dude to pull up. Because I definitely wasn't going to run. So this is where my ego got in the way. If I was in the situation again, I probably would have just left. But hey, this hindsight's 2020. So once I sit down, the dude comes up and he's like, yo, are you following me? Which is so ironic. I'm like, well, how am I following you? I literally walked away and he's following me. So I thought it was kind of weird. He's like, yo, are you following me? Where you from? Where you from? And he walks up on me. I'm like, all right, what's going on? So I'm getting ready to defend myself. And all of a sudden he just swings. Now we start swinging. I'm getting hit. He's getting hit. Both of us don't have any defense. So it's kind of looking like that one UFC fight where they were both just swinging on each other. It was looking crazy. So at this point, it's almost like slow motion. I'm trying to swing at him. It's almost like if you were in a dream and you fight and you trying to swing and you don't know if your hits are effective. So eventually I get one good hit and it knocks his hat off and he stumbles backwards. Now when it knocked his hat off, I grabbed the hat off the ground. Now he's like, yo, give me my hat, give me my hat. I'm like, nah, I'm not giving you your hat. So I threw his hat, just being petty because I was just mad. I threw his hat. And once I threw his hat, he charged me. And he pulled out a knife out of his jacket. And when he pulled the knife out, he lunged towards me and he took a swing with his right hand. And it narrowly missed my abdomen. I was like, yo. Even thinking about this is just crazy to me right now. But once he took the lunge at my abdomen, I just took off running. Now I'm taking off running down the street. I'm looking crazy. I left a couple things back there. I was like, yo, I'm out of here. So I'm running down the street and I get to this laundromat. So I run into the laundromat and these two old people are looking at me like, yo, what's good with you? I'm out of breath. I'm trying to explain what happened. I'm yo, somebody tried to stab me, da da da. And then basically I kind of did a U-turn to try to not a U-turn, but I just went down the street